Ready to uncover the most amusing botanical secret of the moment? Get ready to laugh while learning how to perform tree surgery in our latest video from the Amazing Biology channel.
The Amazing Biology channel features how to air layer a tree. Air layering is a technique to propagate fruit-bearing and flowering plants, such as apple, maple, cherry, and orange trees, to make smaller clones of the parent. Select one of the newer branches on the tree and cut off a ring of bark. Wrap damp sphagnum moss and plastic wrap around the exposed wood to lock in moisture and help the roots form. Once you see roots growing, you can remove the branch and plant it in a pot so it can grow. Part 1: Exposing the wood. Step 1: Start air layering in the spring. Air layering works best when the roots have the summer growing season to form. Wait until mid-spring when blooms just start to form on the trees. Pick a cloudy day to air layer the tree so the sun doesn't put stress on it. You can also try air layering in the late summer months, though the roots may not grow as well if temperatures dip below freezing during the winter. Step 2: Choose a branch from last season's growth that's thicker than a pencil. Look for branches that point up and are at least 1 to 2 feet (30 to 61 centimeters) long. Try to choose branches that grew during the last year since they produce roots better than old, established ones. Make sure the branch is at least as thick as a pencil, or else it may not grow well later on. If you're air layering in the late summer, choose growths from the current season instead. You can air layer multiple branches on the same tree. Examples of plants to air layer: apple trees, orange trees, lemon trees, azalea, magnolia, rubber plant, bonsai trees. Step 3: Remove the foliage and twigs 3 inches (7.6 centimeters) around a leaf node. Locate a point where leaves connect to the branch that's about 1 foot (30 centimeters) from the end of the growth. Pull the leaves off of the branch by hand so there's about 3 inches (7.6 centimeters) clear on either side of the node. If there are twigs or other branches in that area, cut them off with a gardening knife or pruning shears. Don't remove all of the foliage from the branch or else it won't grow as well when you remove it from the tree. Step 4: Make 2 parallel cuts through the bark so they go around the branch. Push the blade of a gardening knife into the bark just below the leaf node until you feel it make contact with solid wood. Guide the knife around the branch to cut a ring into the bark. Move the blade 1 to 1/2 inches (2.5 to 3.8 centimeters) lower down the branch and cut another ring around the branch's circumference. 4. Don't apply too much pressure to the knife blade, or else you could cut through the branch completely. Variation: If you're working with a slow-growing tree, such as maple, juniper, pine, or azalea, or you want to create a sturdier trunk for a bonsai tree, loop an 8-gauge copper wire around the branch underneath the node and pull it tight until it cuts into the bark. This will help the branch grow thicker before it starts making roots. Step 5: Peel the ring of bark off of the branch. Put the knife against the top cut and push the blade down toward the bottom cut to start peeling the bark off. Pinch the piece of bark by hand and slowly tear it away from the branch. Continue removing the bark from the ring until you see green or white wood underneath. You may need to make a vertical cut from the top ring to the bottom ring to help you get a better grip on the bark. If you get skin irritation from tree sap, put on gardening gloves before you peel off the bark. Step 6: Scrape the exposed wood with the knife blade. Hold the knife so the blade is parallel against the top of the ring. Drag the blade down to the bottom of the ring to remove the protected plant layer on the wood. Scrape the wood up and down as you work your way around the branch. Rubbing the wood removes a layer of cells called cambial tissue, which would cause the bark to grow back if you left it on. Disinfect your knife blade with rubbing alcohol after cutting each branch if you plan on air layering multiple trees. That way, you prevent spreading diseases or bacteria between plants.